Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are here and this is very, very exciting because we're going to talk about something I'm so hyped for. It is Epiccw's Wild June 21. Now, this is a similar line to Return to Summer and Theme Week Month. Both things that we sort of took and set a goal for recording videos, whether it's Return to Summer with multiple times a week uploading content, or something like Theme Week Month, which brilliant name. We took and had a specific theme for each month and followed it, or each week of the month. This year, Epiccw's Wild June 21, a little more straightforward. It's just 30 videos, 30 days. But it's been a while since I've done a video every single day. Used to do it a lot. Haven't done it in quite some time. So I really wanted to sit down, record 30 videos, and just see what happens. So this is pretty big, and I sort of wanted to have a little bit of a preview video and break down just some of the scheduling that I have here. Now, I do want to acknowledge that the schedule could slightly fluctuate still. I've already sort of went through a schedule and then made some tweaks to it. So don't be surprised if things that I mentioned in this video maybe don't happen the exact day, but nothing's being taken off the list that I promote in this video, let's put it that way. Again, on the note of just changes to videos, this was actually going to be the first video of the month, but I figured, why don't we hype up the month without using a day of the month? That's the thing. And I also was going to feature our normal content of the race previews and reviews for both NASCAR and F1, but I figured, why? Why not just focus on creating 30 videos specifically for the month and not our general uploads anyways? So that's what we did. So I went through and made some changes to that, but I want to point out some things that I'm very, very hyped for, specific. So I'm not going to go through the whole list, but I just want to point out a few videos. So the first video here that I'm excited for is tomorrow's video. F1 2020, of course, getting towards the end of the game cycle. It's final full month of that being the current F1 game, of course. F1 2021 comes out, I believe, mid-July, like the 18th or something like that. So I want to start and end the month with F1 2020, give it a proper send-off. The other note I should say, I went through and for most videos, for video games, I tried to give them 2 videos each. Some games that I really wanted to feature more, I believe F1 2020 and Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, each got 3 videos. There's a few in here that only got 1, but just want to point that out. And there's a few other videos, I believe, we're doing 3 Reddit videos, but everything else is sort of set to 2. So then we just sort of see how that works out. Also, try to not have them go back to back. Besides, we'll get to the one that goes back to back. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. We're going to do the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. We've not done Azerbaijan much on the channel. I try to pick tracks that really weren't featured that frequently across any F1 game. Next thing I'm sort of excited about is on June 5th, City Skylines. We're sort of continuing that series that we worked on in 2020 and sort of revived at the end of May. So continue work on that. Super, super excited about that. I believe City Skylines is also a game that is going to be featured 3 times in the month, so that will be kind of cool. Next thing I'm super excited for is June. Talk about May, get myself confused. June 11th, we have a really, really cool video. If you didn't notice in the background of all of our videos, we have different albums, and I really wanted to sort of talk about, all the different albums that I feature in the background, kind of where they came from, why I picked them, and just kind of the general purpose of having albums in the background instead of rotating it through. So I wanted to talk about that. Figured that would be a really, really awesome video. Another thing I'm super excited for is on June 18th. We're going to be looking at some of my NASCAR diecast cars. I have been collecting them, well, since I was little. I think my collection really started to pop off in 2007, 2008. When I was little, I was such a fan of the car Tomorrow. I had to get so many of them, so in that span, pretty much 2007, 8, to about 2010, that 4-year gap, I have so many. Then I sort of stopped watching NASCAR for a few years, got back into it, but only got a few cars here and there, and then jumped to 2019, 2020. I was able to sort of get my own, just buying them with my own money because I had a job. So, I was able to spend the money that I worked for to get some cars. So we got a bunch of those. It's going to be pretty awesome. Now, I did do one of these videos last year, but it just happened to be that I feature a lot of Kyle Larson cars, and it happened to be like the day after that video was scheduled, pretty much. Well, it was scheduled, and then right the day before the video was supposed to go out, when Kyle Larson said the N-word on his stream, or on the stream that he was part of, and I didn't necessarily think at the time. I wanted to be like, hey, look at all my Kyle Larson cars. So that video is private on the channel, just never went out. So it's been a year. I got a bunch of new ones. I kind of want to feature the newer cars that I got. So we'll look at that on the 18th. Then we have something I said before on the 24th and 25th back-to-back days. Basically, the 26th and 27th, NASCAR is doing back-to-back races in Pocono. So I figured the day before those races to do back-to-back NASCAR heat videos. That's going to be kind of fun. Looking forward to that. So that'll be just a cool little concept. Again, the only games that are going back-to-back are NASCAR heat. And then, to end the month, we sort of end where we start with F1 2020. We're taking on the Brazilian Grand Prix, track I always love to race, so I'm excited to jump in there. And once again, race Interlagos. Such a great track. This is probably one of the best ones to play in the video game, so I'm excited to sort of wrap up the month with that. One video I did forget to mention that I'm excited about is on the 21st. The return of Overwatch on the channel. One of the most played games, most talked about things on this channel was Overwatch, especially from 2017 to 2019. Big span of time on this channel featuring Overwatch. When I sort of stopped playing it, I stopped playing, stopped watching Overwatch League. There's really nothing to do with it, so we haven't played it much. Maybe a one-off video here and there. But I'm super excited because it's the first time that I'm going to jump into competitive play since, I don't even know what season that is, 28? Something like that. 29, one of those two. I haven't played since season 22, 23, so it's been almost a year. Or it's been about a year without competitive play. Year and a half, whatever. I don't know the time spent the last time I played competitive, but pretty big gap there. So to jump back into competitive play, no practice, it's going to be fun. So looking forward to that. 30 days, 30 videos. So excited. Cannot wait for tomorrow to jump into it. I can't wait for you guys to see these videos. Again, I've been making videos for 9 years, and sometimes you need a little project like this to get excited about making content. Like, most of the time, it's not necessarily been, I'm not going to say I don't like making videos, but it hasn't been the same, like, so excited to sit down and just record, press that button and go. So, sometimes you need a little project to get you back into it, and for me, typically, every 12, 18 months, I want a project that really gets me back into it. So hopefully, after this, we'll maybe see a little bit more than 5-6 videos throughout the month. So hopefully, that's what we'll see. But once this is all done, we'll go from there. I do want to acknowledge that some of these videos aren't necessarily recorded before, like, day or two before they go out. Most of my videos I do are typically recorded ahead of time by a few weeks. So this one here, working on, honestly, since I came up with the project in late April. So late April through mid-May, most of the videos are going to be worked on and produced. So there might be things that aren't 100% accurate at the moment of upload. But, that's just a thing with doing a big project, is I want to have enough time to make sure I get a video recorded, edited, thumbnails made, set in the right spots, right days. For me, I want to do it just a little bit ahead of time. So, that's going to be a thing. But nonetheless, super excited for this video. So, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And we'll see you tomorrow for Epiccw's Wild June 21.